the Planet Venus Audio Technologies Spectral Coherence Control video tutorial number 2. This one's going to talk about how you deal with band-to-band clarity adjustments. Last time we talked about the removed button, and here's what we're listening to. Now, a lot of people say, hey, you're just taking a little bit of all the music out. Well, that's kind of what it sounds like if you just listen to the whole thing, but take a listen here. You see, we stopped processing band 1. There we stopped processing also bands 1 and 2. Okay, if you listen really close at this level, there's not a lot of high frequency content in this music, so there's not much there, but there, dead silence. Here's what we got in band 5. There's band 4. Add that one back. See, in and of them by themselves, none of them sounds like music, but you put them all together, and your ear and brain combination are working so hard to make sense of it. You hear kind of the stuff that's there, but really you're hearing the blurry stuff in between where the peaks of the music are. Okay? So that's a good zod at how you do band-by-band adjustments. Now, remember before in the last video we talked about global parameters here, coherence, well, and reference level. Well, reference level is really called span, band by band, and notice if you get close to it, it'll change. We can change, notice here on this one band, here how we're kind of distorting the sound just to show you what it's doing. We really want to run this back down somewhere about where it was. So you can tell that these inside each band is the control that allows you to say how far you're processing into the music. This button here is where's the global parameter setting, and the delta between those two is how much more is happening down here band by band. Now let's take a look over here. Actually, we'll go here because this is a pretty obvious place. We can also adjust the coherence. Remember, that's how much you're affecting the music. You see, that band has less and less, right here is less and less of the spectral dynamic range there. We really, to make it sound clearer, we want this number to go down, and we'd like it to be somewhere between the numbers on either side of it if possible. We've learned that the number difference between band-to-band values here likes to be somewhere around a half, 0.5 or less, and you'll see that's kind of the way they are across the band. That's because there's a lot of crunching going on in the background, and when you're in the background crunching, you'd be very careful to keep one band to the next junction there smooth, and you do that by monitoring the difference between each of these band-by-band adjustments.
Setting my being completely.
And there's all the good stuff again.
On fire.
So now you know what's going on with each of these numbers down here and why they are set what they're set at. The next one will go over with you the various band settings with the types of presets and give you a chance to understand why we have different sets of presets to give you a good jump start. Hope that's been helpful. Thanks for listening.